Hello and welcome to this post-mortem of MoveYourA Steroid. MoveYourA Steroid. It's a project I've done for a workshop on the Hololens, and I just wanted to review a bit what I've done, and especially one aspect about optimization for the Hololens in video game industry. So first of all, I will a bit show you the game. So basically the game, it looks like this. So it's not the final version, but it was the almost final version. The final version will be covered in another video. So here is, so you have a spaceship, as you can see here. You can fire some missile. Yep, and you need to avoid some asteroid that is coming to your face, and more you wait, more you have some asteroid. Basically, this game is turning well on the Hololens. Here it's on Windows Mixed Reality, but yeah. As soon as you die, you have a fading. Boom, it loads the game, and boom, it reloads the game. The rectangular you can see in the front of the view is what you see with the HoloLens, and as you can see, apparently I can see all the main parts of the game except when I go down and when I go up like this. And the dark part of the hyperspace is transparent on the HoloLens, because as you all know, if you do a bit of HoloLens, the black is transparent in it. And so yeah, basically that's always the game. I wanted to put some enemies. But basically I did not like the way I coded this project, and it's why I have done another one a bit more clear, a bit more clean in the code and in the way it is it is code. And so yeah, let's go and see what I want to share with you. So pop. So basically what some code you should do if you do a HoloLens project basically is to have serial scene, because when you work on the HoloLens it takes 20 minutes to compile, and so you don't want to lose some time all on the compiling time too much. So I've done a fake camera, a fake scene where basically I can use with the keyboard and the mouse this game. I don't know, Windows Mixed Reality, it's when I have virtual reality with me, I can play with this scene. For example, you can see that basically I just have the scene manager to be able to fade in, fade out. I have the Windows Mixed Reality toolkit that allow me to have the Windows virtual helmet working with the HoloLens too. In this camera, as you can see, I also have here a fake HoloLens view to be able to have this simulation when I'm playing on the PC and not on the HoloLens. And basically that's kind of whole. Also, to be able to detect your hand, because the two spaceship can be moved with your hand, I have a script here that's called hand input that will take the hand position, but I have done a better version in the next project that you can find on the web. It's called Holo Hand Tracking if you want to see the video about this one. And so yeah, basically that's all. So what's cool in the game scene, in the switch scene of in the scene that is able to switch, if you've never done it before, basically what I've done is a small script here that will load the scene, that will launch a scene that is fake if you don't have Windows Mixed Reality. It's Mixed Reality if you have the helmet. How I do that? The code is kind of simple indeed. Basically what I do is I call XR setting from Unity to know if the user asks to have a VR1. But the problem is that sometimes you ask to have VR1 but you don't provide the library to understand it. So basically I say, can you check in the library that we have at least one library for the virtual reality tool, and that the library is not none, because sometimes it puts a non-library, and if it's none, it means that the guy don't want some VR. After that I check if it's on editor, Android or Windows Universal Platform, and I ask to load the right scene in VR or in not VR. yeah, so basically kind of easy. I'm not sure it worked in every condition, but it was working for me in this project, so yeah, it was making the work. Now I have another technique, so yeah. So yeah, so in the game, game demo, here I have some cool stuff. Basically for the hyperspace, if you never did this kind of hyperspace before, Unity don't like the mesh collider, and he don't allow you to have this mesh with an empty zone in the middle. So basically what I do, that I do some rectangular that I put all around, and basically because Unity relayed the information to the rigid body here, just need to say in the rigid body, if I touch something I kill it. And that's how I do the hyperspace for the collider. And for the moving part, I just take a material and I just say in the update, could you move this material on the offset? And that's what gives this impression of hyperspace. Super easy to do. And I think most of you know how we do that. But the cool part, really the cool stuff I did, is the Meteor factory pool. Basically what I've done is I have 600 meteor here, but all in the same mesh, so it means that there is only one draw call, and it allows me to have 600 meteor in the view of the user and not making lag the HoloLens. How did I do that? Basically I will show you in Blender. So in Blender I have two files, this one that contain the 600 meteor, and as you can see, basically it's just one object here that I can move around, composed of a lot of meteor here, and for the bone, because there is some bone here, I will try to, here it's plenty of bone, named from 0 to X and disposed like this. And it means that if I move a bone, I will try to move one to show you a bit. For example, if I take pause this one and I move here, it's moved the asteroid that is linked to it. How? It's because when you go here, here, then you click on it, select. Basically what will happen is that, as you can see, if I select for example this one, it will affect only those points. I don't do it manually. I mean, I have a macro that allows me to do that. Basically you just need to take the object to duplicate on the line here all the way, and then you just click here on object and then the bone, and you control and you do this auto weight, and as there is some difference between each of them, boom, you have one mesh with plenty of objects to move around. The problem I had in the game is basically how can you, so if you have only one mesh, how can you say that you collide it with this meteor and not another one? Basically what I've done is that I have taken the mesh with all the meteor here, and I have divided that by plenty of objects. So as you can see here, it's the same one, but they are all separate one from each other. So in Unity, when I import them, it means that I have plenty of bone of asteroid like this, and I've done a script that is called set here parent collider to bone end. Basically you put all this bone in the scene. Up. Yep, you put all the bone here, all the collider here, and when you do that, he will link the collider to the right bone based on the position. So you can see that here the collider is really fitting the meteor, and that allows me to use, yes, a mesh collider, but a convex one that is taking less resources than a classic one. Basically what takes a lot of resources is mainly the draw call, and so here the collider is not really for the moment dealing a lot of pain with me. So now the problem is that I need to link this meteor basically to my logic to be able to say if it touch, if it makes some damage and stuff like this. So what I've done here is that I have some asteroid logic, as you can see here, a prefab. And basically what it does, it says, okay, I'm an asteroid, if I collect something, I destroy it. Here I move forward. If we ask me to destroy here what I want to do, and instead of destroying the object, I just say, can you take the view, so this part, and deactivate it from me? And for the part of saying this asteroid belongs to me here, as you can see here, if I click here, it will just go link one of these pull objects to my object. And that's not this part, I think. Game object directly access, pop. So it's here. I don't remember, is this script or the other one? I will check. It's here. Basically here, you're just asking, can you give me an asteroid from the pool asteroid? Okay, and the pool asteroid we can find just here. And the pool asteroid basically just saying, if you want an asteroid, take one of those one. He will take one after another one, and if he asks an object that is already done, he will just take it. There is no claim in other project, but yeah, it's just a pool pattern designer. And that way allow me to have 600 meteor to avoid in the game without making like the HoloLens. So basically the idea is that they are always in the scene, but they take only one draw call, and by this system I don't destroy script, I don't destroy object, I don't destroy anything, and I don't create anything. So I win some performance on the garbage collector mainly. And this technique is really cool. I mean, I will make a tutorial more that explain more that. For the moment, what you can find if you want to learn about it is this video that I've done previously. That is a long one of me doing this construction. Basically, as you can see, I take some asteroid here from a package from an asset online. I divide them in Unity, because I wanted a lot of different asteroids, not always the same one. I put them in line. I duplicate them. I try to put them all in line like this, all this way. I just ask them to be one mesh, like I saw you with the painting stuff, it's automatic. I put it in the project, I put some texture on it, and bam, we have basically we are almost done. Now I do the script that make a random rotation on all the asteroid. So basically you just give the asteroid and he will rotate everything, because if you put a script by asteroid it will take a lot of resource, but if you don't one script that move all of the asteroid, it will take less resource. And yeah, there is a lot to say about this technique, but it worked really well. For example, here you can see it will run on the Oculus Go. Basically you have 600 meteor here, plus 600 bullets, plus 200 spaceship. So yeah, you can see that the technique is working quite well. And so yeah, there's plenty of other stuff to say on MoveYourA asteroid in detail, but the problem is that I really don't like the architecture of my project here. So if you want to see the code, see how it's done, feel free to download it. It's here in the description. If you have any question, feel free to ask, but I will not go in detail on this one, because the next one, that is XR asteroid, is more clean and more well structured for an exercise or for a post-mortem. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. If you like, feel free to subscribe, to comment, to ask questions, and if you want to offer me a beer because you like what I'm teaching to you, feel free to put some money on my Patreon. See you, bye, may the code be with you. Ciao ciao.